let's talk about the problems podiatry practices face with LSAs. Problems? I thought you said it was the next best thing to sliced bread. Anyway, yeah, there are problems. As wonderful as it sounds, there are issues with it, bad issues, like having been approved but never being seen and never getting any calls. Soon I'm going to share with you why that can happen to podiatry practices. Not all who apply are approved by Google to be shown, and not all who are approved are shown. If Google approves 100, it chooses 25 to show, and you see 2 or 3. So you're seen only on a rotational basis like PPC, so you may not be seen as much as the other higher paying podiatry practices or giant companies, and therefore you may not get as many calls. Sadly, there are many businesses who set up their LSAs with inexperienced ad agencies and are not getting any calls. With our strategies, we make sure you get seen more often than the competition, and therefore grab that many more leads and calls. You still pay for ads, unlike with search box optimization, but not quite as much as PPC or Facebook ads. And your ROI goes up exponentially because now you're getting calls, not just views or clicks. You might get up to 30% of calls that are not appropriate, and you're still paying for them. So now comes the good news. If you never participated in LSAs, or worse still, you did and you didn't get any calls, then right here's where you want to listen up. We've helped hundreds of businesses successfully so far get approved by Google. Our approval rates are at 98.8%. That solves problem 1. We use proprietary methods to make sure our clients have all the calls they could possibly wish for by showing them on page 1 much more often. Because just like you, we are very good at what we do. This solves the disappointment of being Google approved but not getting any calls, as many clinics have experienced with less experienced ad agencies. Our most important distinguishing benefit is the fact that we get our clients qualified, approved, onboarded quickly, so you start seeing results in as little as 2 to 6 weeks. When you start getting calls, we'll introduce you to a secret weapon called search box optimization, where you pretty much hog the whole first page and decimate the competition. But that's for later. That sounds like a good idea to you? Let's talk before the 2 slots are taken, and let's talk about your specific situation and how we can help you, as there are limitations and consequences to waiting, and why you must act now. Why you must decide quickly. Here are the problems of not acting soon. There are only 2 or 3 slots available per location, so if another podiatry practice secures the spot ahead of you, you're losing out. The approval process takes some time, and you're missing out on all those leads, calls, revenue by waiting longer. Over time, we are reaching out to podiatrists in neighboring locations, and you'll be losing leads and calls to them. Simply reply "foot calls" or text me at 805-600-3335 and say "foot calls," and I'll get back to you. I'm eager to know what you think about my idea to roll this out to podiatrists in the area. Let me